Hi everyone, it's Malonb or Malonb Brews from Facebook or Malonb Shop. I'm hoping that this records louder this time. Again, I'm still messing with a new version of Windows Movie Maker, so sorry if it's not as loud. I didn't have a video for the last couple of weeks. I've just been kind of busy, and honestly, I haven't really finished much. Maybe two very small, well, I would say three things, and I do have a couple of other works in progress, so I'll just jump into that. The first thing I did, well, actually, I should mention I went on vacation this last weekend. I got back yesterday. For those of you who don't know, I'm in northern Virginia, and I went to the Canada side of Niagara Falls, where I got to meet Shannon. Hi, Shannon. She's a very nice lady, also the part of the cast-off crew. She also does have a few videos up showing what she makes. I will have her link down below. We got to chat for a little bit, not for too long, but that was pretty exciting and nice to meet her. I also got to meet her husband, which again, I'm so glad I got to do. My drive up there was about 8 to 9 hours, depending on how much we stopped. And you would think that I would have a lot done for that time, but I don't have so much. I did knit and crochet some, but I spent a lot of the time either, just watching the scenery or, reading or playing my game or something like that. The one thing I did get done on my drive up there is cozy, purple cozy for my e-reader, for my Kindle, which already has a cover. But I was like, hey, I have some yarn. I just took miscellaneous yarn up there. I didn't really have a plan on what to make with it. So I was like, I'll make a cozy for that. And this is, again, just really basic seed stitch in the round. The other thing, I know I showed you guys on my last video, which was a couple of weeks ago. At least I think it was on my last one. I made some yarn, or I spun some yarn, which I left the natural color, and I added beads into it. I did make it into something, and it wasn't much yarn that I spun. It wasn't much at all. I'm not really good at kind of knowing how much I'm spinning. I don't know how to calculate that yet, but I did make a little circle thing. You can see the beads on there, and I plan to use it for maybe one of my amigurumi things, which I have not made yet. But whenever I do make one, I'm sure I can match it with this, and I'll probably include it with that as well. But this is how it looks, and I just put on the beads randomly when I was spinning, so this is how it turned out. I probably need to block it some more just so it sits nice and flat. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Now the other thing I finished, I don't really like, and I don't really know why I made it, because I had made another one that's very similar to this, which is mainly just a rectangle that you pin the sides together to create this, I don't know what you call it, bolero or whatever. But this time I made a knit one, and it looks like this. I made it in a cream color. I used the Red Heart Super Saver. And if it looks like a rectangle, is because that's exactly what it is. Just a rectangle, and you just pin the sides together to make the armhole. I did not like the first one I made, the crochet version, which was last year sometime. And I don't know why I thought I would like this one. I thought maybe because it was knitted, I would like it more, but I don't. So I'm not gonna put it on right now, but I probably will post some pictures up at the end, just so you guys can see how it looks like. And the reason I don't like it is because what I was looking for was something that would cover like up until here, like for tank tops and stuff. But I really have to find another pattern, I think. I didn't even sew in the ends in because I already know I'm going to frog it and use the yarn for something else. Now the next thing I'm working on, it's also pretty random, I guess. I'm just trying to use up some of the leftover yarn that I had. And this is supposed to be an infinity scarf, which I'm knitting. And it actually turned out a lot bigger than I expected. I'm not done with it yet. And this is just basic knitting and purling. And I am doing it in the rounds. You guys may think this is a horrible color combination, and you know, I don't think it's that great either. But again, I'm just trying to use up all my scrubs and everything. I think I'm maybe like halfway done with it, maybe a little more. I still have a lot of the green left, so I'm gonna finish up with whatever green I have, and I still have some of the other color left, just a little bit, so I can add to the other end, and it could be kind of matching. Now again, this is a lot bigger than I expected it would be. When I cast it on, it barely fit around the circumference of my needles. I think this is 30 inch, maybe it's 32 inch, I don't know. But I'm working on that. And I did work on this one on the trip actually. Not a whole lot, but I did start it off probably last month sometime, maybe even 2 months ago. And it's just been really, you know, really slowly growing. Now the last thing I'm working on, and you guys have already seen this, but I had to frog it the first time because the hook I was using wasn't big enough for the gauge I was looking for, and I am making it again. If you guys remember this book, sorry about the light, but I am making a sweater from this book, and this was probably my videos, I don't know, probably even last year. I don't even think it was this year, which is kind of sad actually. I'm making this sweater, that deep V-neck sweater with collar. And I'm using this yarn, which is Artful Yarns Serenade, Pima Cotton, and Angora, which I have a lot of because if you guys remember, I bought some one time. I think I bought one skein and they sent me a bag of 10. It was their mistake, but anyway, I do have a lot of that, so I decided to make that sweater again a while ago. Now I do have a couple, well, some more stuff to show you. I did dye some more yarn recently, which some of the skeins I have reskinned already and some I haven't. So, and I haven't come up with names for them yet, but I think they're pretty easy to describe. So I'll just show it to you guys. This is like a black with purple or dark gray and purple. This is one of my favorites. It's green with some red and a little bit of white. This is dark gray with red, almost pink. This is dark gray with blue, also one of my favorites. And this is like a random one. I was just experimenting, and it's kind of purplish and pinkish and blues with blues at the same time. It kind of reminds me of like some of those Monet paintings. And this is the last one, which is a little odd also. I was experimenting also. It's more of like a dark gray with little dots of green in it. It kind of reminds me of olives. And I think I do need to reskin this one, and I didn't turn it into a skin yet or a hand yet. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully I'll have more for next week. And those of you who do make a lot of projects or a lot of progress during the week, if you do have any tips, please let me know. Hopefully you guys are doing great. I look forward to seeing all your videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.